they did, we'd probably send drones instead.
Yeah, unmanned shit for sure.
Send a drone, drill a large enough hole that you could throw a bomb in and then detonate it.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, looks like we're up and running. Haven't started the show yet. Show's going to start in about roughly 8 minutes. Show's RPGrinders. If you haven't subscribed already to us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Should be a fun show today. Lots to talk about. I don't know, just a bunch of cool shit happening today. We're just waiting on Breakman. I played a new game this week, which will be kind of exciting to talk a little bit about. Bunch of cool stuff going on. So glad you all could join us. If you're listening on the archives, really, really appreciate it. I hardly ever get a chance to thank the archive listeners on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're listening. Let's see. Bunch of asshats, man. I just saw a video, Eric, of people leaving a Bernie speech, Kamala Harris supporters. I don't know what the fuck they were protesting. Like, there's really nothing in Sanders' policies that seem off to me, or offensive, unless you consider taking grassroots money over billionaire money or millionaire money offensive. I mean, if that offends you, I don't know what to tell you.
It's kind of like how people are saying that, or making this stupid claim, like Ben Shapiro is, that David Koch was a philanthropist.
Oh,
who exactly?
Get the fuck out of here. Just because he spent a tiny bit of money given to certain charities doesn't make him a complete...
One, you need a history. Two, you also have needed to do it to not just be a tax write-off.
Right, and besides the fact, he was just a terrible human being in general. And so is Ben Shapiro, by the way.
And his brother Charlie, who hopefully will die soon.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I got some stuff to...
And people that inherit their money aren't pieces of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blanketly say that, Eric, because some people inherit money that aren't pieces of shit, but if you're inheriting a shit ton of money, I'd
give that money to where it needs to go instead. It's like,
well,
here's what we're gonna do with your legacy. We're gonna shit all over it by actually doing good things with it.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear you. But I mean, those people don't do anything with their money, which is what really fucking pisses me off. But what can you do or say, man? Like, they just hoard money. That's their thing. Like Jeff Bezos, he has 100 and I think the last...
From the modern day Egyptian pharaohs,
yeah,
where they just think that they can take their money with them when they die.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like that their money means actually anything.
Right. It doesn't. When you're dead, you're dead. That's it. It's just really stupid. Stupid way of thinking, but we will definitely get into that because
and it's not like that money that they are accumulating was doing any good in their banks while they were alive.
Not at all. It doesn't, like...
Were you investing in infrastructure? No. Were you helping poor people? No.
No. I mean, it's so dumb. Like, it's the height
LeBron James is a philanthropist because he contributed to Cleveland's communities.
Right, and he gives up a lot of money. I mean, he still makes a ton of cash, no question. Have no problem with that. But if you're just hoarding money just for the sake of hoarding money, I really don't know what to tell you. The show's RPGrinders. We haven't started the show proper yet. We will be starting shortly. Just waiting on break, man. And then we'll get in some goodness and badness. We always do on this show. So, it's going to be one of those days. My voice is a little hoarse. I got kind of a sore throat, so it's it's gonna be a slow go, but it should be fun. Lots to talk about, lots of news. I'm hoping we can just get through the headlines for the most part, especially with the announcements. But whatever. But lots and lots to talk about. David Koch passed away. I'm sure nobody's really shedding a tear other than maybe his family, and even then, I don't think they're. I read an interesting story on the Koch brothers, how their eldest brother was gay, and they tried to get him to give up his share of the fortune that they were inheriting by bribing him and shaming him for his sexual preference, which is another indication of why the Koch brothers are just trash. They're just absolute trash. So
I wonder what will happen to the Koch media once Charlie dies.
I hope they just go away. I mean, I know they have
They had a lot of hands in a lot of stuff, though, so it's like...
Yeah. Well, maybe just disorganized at first would be nice, just to...
Maybe we'll finally be free.
Yeah. I doubt it. But I'm I mean, it's a horrible legacy to leave behind. I saw a video from the Rational National that was interesting, talking about what a vile legacy David Koch has left in his wake. And, all the millions and millions of dollars that those brothers have spent, they're still not happy with what's going on. So, like I said on Twitter to somebody, one down, ... what a shitty legacy to leave behind. It's so stupid. We're just waiting on Breakman. If you're just joining us, show's RPGrinders. We have not started the show proper yet. Just waiting on Breakman to get here, and then we will be starting the show. So, lots to talk about today. We always talk about a lot of...
Did you play the Dragon Quest XI demo?
I didn't. I just started...
10 hours worth of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I haven't even played it on my PS4, to be honest with you, Eric. I haven't had the time to invest in a game like that. I'm getting through my backlog okay, though. And once I get through that, there's a couple of games that I'm really holding in high regard, and Dragon Quest XI is one of those games. It's something that I want to treat myself with. I kind of want to end my PlayStation 4 playing with Dragon Quest XI, so that's what I'm kind of holding on to. I'm wondering if anybody is in chat. If anybody's in chat, just go ahead and type in there. Let me know you're there, because I didn't see anybody in chat yet. So yeah, we're just waiting on Break. Break is not online. I wonder, he didn't say anything to you, did he, Eric?
No.
I didn't get any messages from him either.
He's probably just getting home.
Are you in chat, Eric?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I just can't see anybody in chat for whatever reason, but I don't know.
Me either.
Okay. Did you see my message there in chat?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna refresh.
Okay. I should refresh too, but I'll just leave it there. If you're in chat, just type something in there and let me know you're alive and well. I wonder if the Twitch thing went live. I don't know if there's problems there or not. Let me check.
It shows you as being offline. Oh wait, this is my channel. Duh.
Okay.
I forgot I was still clocked in there because I was messing with my... I think my capture card, or at least the program I'm using, like the Elgato, the Elgato software that you use with it is kind of fucking shitty because because my capture card's pass through seems to work, but it's not picking up my signal.
Oh, weird.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the actual capture device, despite the fact that I had to get it fixed one time. I think they just replaced it, despite the fact that it might have been out of warranty, because it was only just out of warranty when I had it replaced, because I think the storm got it and messed it up.
Huh.
But, so I'm going to try to figure out how to get it running through OBS and see if it still gives me the same problems.
Oh, gotcha.
If it's the same problems, then I need a new capture card.
Yeah. Let's see if I...
But I figure out what's actually going on with the Twitch streaming on PS4. I think they forced you to turn on two-step verification.
Yeah.
And that's why it wasn't working. Because I think that's only a recent thing. Because the last time I tried that, it was when I streamed Sekiro that one time. That was a couple months ago.
Yeah. Alright, I didn't see anything from Break on Twitter. But I did see your message in chat, Eric, so I know you're in there. But I can't see anybody else in chat for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I should get the Twitch deal back up and running here. Let me get out of chat and then I'll get back in. Let's see. Let's go to Twitch. Twitch.tv, and then I'll get the chat back up and running. Alright, 2 viewers in there apparently. Alright, let's get Breakman on in. Add you. Alright. We're calling Break right now. We're just not calling him a son of a bitch. Maybe I am. I don't know. Eric's too high class to say anything to Break like that. Hey, Break.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how cool you are. That's all we were saying before you...
I believe those are lies, but I have no evidence to back that up.
Yeah, well, you're just going to have to take my word on it, bud. You know. We haven't started the show. I'm just... I got to get the chat back up. I don't know what's going on here. Why... Okay, there's the thing. Okay, boom. And then I need to make it a little bit bigger because I'm old and I can't see. And, you know, that's how that is.
Well, whatever works.
Lots of stuff happened this week, Break.
It happens every fucking week.
I know. But one really good thing that I'll be talking about, and normally I don't like to shit on somebody when they die, but in this case,
yeah,
I think it's...
I know, but still, like,
no,
I just...
no passes, man. No passes.
No, like, anybody dying is just a horrible thing. It's just bad.
Not in this case, Break. Not in this case.
In all cases.
No, not in this case. I could give a rat's ass about this guy. And we will be talking about it. Give me a second. I got some adjustments to make, and then we'll get this party started. How was your week, Break?
It was a week.
That bad, huh? That bad. Mm-hmm. All right, I think I got everything squared away here. I don't know why it likes to readjust my settings every time I get onto this program, but whatever. We'll deal with it. If you're in chat, let us know. Commander Roots in chat, and Feel the Bernie is in chat. So I'm sure we'll have others soon. We haven't started the show, but we're about ready to. You guys ready to go?
So Roots the bot confirmed?
Yeah. Root is Commander Root is not a bot. I'm vouching for you, Commander Root. He's totally a bot. But anyways, all right.
Wow, that turned quick.
Yeah.
Man, you're loyal.
Always, man. Always. All right. You ready to go, Break?
Yeah.
You ready to go, Eric?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Eric's
He was
like,
really
yeah.
quiet. Like, I didn't even realize he was there.
Yeah, I think he's like way away from the mic. Okay, here we go, guys.
Sometime now.
Yeah,
future.
hold on.
Maybe.
Yeah,
One day.
yeah, we're not. I mean, my sounds decided to just not work for whatever fucking reason. That's so cool. That's so RPGrinders.
No, that's
yeah.
awesome.
All right, let's try this again. Hopefully it'll work this time. What the fuck is going on?
1, 2, 3, fail.
Oh God, what is going on? I don't understand.
I think you need new die. That's what you need.
It's not even working.
I think you need a new computer. Oh, wait a minute.
Shut up! How dare you? How dare you?
I think you need an actual computer.
I think you need to shut your hole. How about that? All right, hold on, guys. Let's.
I mean, Apple.
What? Oh.
Let me see.
Apple is the company that makes shitty AirPods that break after a year.
How dare
And
you?
they're the people who've been lying about how much radiation their phones give off.
How dare you?
That's not a lie. They
How
have
dare you?
been.
How dare you?
Okay.
Why is it?
Sure, they probably
Apple's
give out
been
more
burning,
radiation. The radiation levels are safe, though. So it's like, yeah, more radiation than this other phone, but it's also very negligible. So who
Yeah.
No, I
cares?
get it. I was just giving him shit.
Yeah,
You're
yours.
right. You're right. I'm just giving
How
him
dare you? How dare you? Why is this like not working? I don't understand.
So you know what else gives off radiation? Bananas.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, bananas are good.
Yeah. Why is this not? It's just not working. Oh boy. Is any of my fucking things working? Of course not.
Shit,
Hold
you
on.
need to reboot.
No, let me just look at the preferences here. If you're just joining us, I'm having a hard time with all this shit. I don't know why it's not. All right, I got a backup plan for this. I'll have to work on this later. Maybe. Oh wait, maybe I can get out of it and back into it, and then it'll work. Let's see. Let's try. Let's see if my my sounds work now. Okay. All right. Okay, we're ready to go. You guys ready? Yes, you are. Okay, here we go. Welcome, everybody, to episode 554 of RPGrinders. I'm your host, Frank Branches, alongside my trusty cohorts, Eric the Great, Breakman the Bold. Gentlemen, how are you? Awkward silence. Ha, I beat you, Breakman.
Well, you forgot to say.
Oh, cowbell.
Your other guest host, the cowbell.
Oh, the cowbell's
offended.
Cowbell's the guest host this week, apparently.
It's offended.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the cowbell will get unoffended during the show, or more offended is more likely the
More
scenario.
Offensive, so I'm hoping more offended.
Yeah, pretty much. So Eric, how was your week, man?
It was a week.
It was a week. And you, Breakman, just like Eric, I'm guessing it was a week.
No, it's just been busy for me. I'm getting home late at night and never getting to bed on time or anything like that because I have to play Castlevania before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And it's like I've almost got him. I've almost got him. Like 10 minutes later, like I got this son of a bitch. 10 minutes later, like this motherfucker.
That's Castlevania in a nutshell. I got him. God damn it, son of a bitch. That's pretty much the case, man, for sure. All right. Well, we have tons of news to get through. So, guys, if it's just a date announcement for a game, let's just get through it. But without further ado, RPG news. All right, Eric, get to it. First story.
Okay, from Anime News. Wait, yeah, this is Anime News Network. I was trying to remember which articles are which. Dragon Quest Builders game series director Kazuya Nino leaves Square Enix. Kazuya Nino, director of Square Enix's Dragon Quest Builders game series, revealed on Friday that he's left.
Dragon Ball Builder series.
Yeah,
Thanks.
exactly.
I don't know. You destroying Dragon Ball, so
Yeah.
ultimate destruction.
Build to destroy. Yes.
Okay. But Square Enix, following the completed development of Dragon Quest Builders 2, and he said his next step is already decided and planning to share more information next week. He confirmed that he will continue to develop games. He said, stated that he felt a little burned out from his work on Dragon Quest Builders 2 and departed for a new development environment and try the development cycle from Square Enix's. Sounds like it was bullshit hell.
Yeah.
He says.
Well, I mean, working for Square Enix apparently is hell because this is like the second or third departure within the past 4 or 5 months, Eric. But you know, Slagar's in chat. What's up, Slagar? We're just starting. You didn't miss much, so glad to have you in chat.
He's basically saying fuck crunch and companies that enforce crunch.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else on that, Eric?
It says that because he's leaving, don't expect Dragon Quest Builders 2 to receive any additional DLC or updates.
Oh, wow. Okay, well that sucks.
Well, I mean, there'll probably be stuff for patching stuff that's broken, but I don't think there's much left except maybe to fix the frame rate on the Switch version of the game.
Yeah, nothing much major to do, I guess.
But other people than him could be responsible for that.
Yeah. All right. Next story, Breakman.
Coming to us live from RPG site. Xseed has announced that the PC release of Wizardry Labyrinth of Lost Souls has been delayed to early 2020 due to unforeseen IP licensing issues.
Well, we talked about this before, but it had been previously delayed for the same reason, but now it's going further back.
Yeah. I mean, got to do what you got to do when you don't have IP licensing. So whatever. I mean, I think I played a demo of this, and it was pretty fucking difficult, as the Wizardry games are apt to be. But
I'm guessing the reason they can't release it now is because they're waiting for the IP's license to expire before they can actually claim it.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't think there's anything else to talk about that, unless you wanted to add anything, Break.
No, I thought we were in a hurry to get through these news stories.
Yeah, we got a ton of news stories. Let's just let's get on with it. Next story comes to us from RPG site. Supergiant Games Hades to enter Steam Early Access December 10th. And it's a roguelike dungeon crawler. 6 major...
You have to remember, the game came out last year on the Epic Games Store, so that's why the exclusivity deal will end at that point, I guess. Yeah, 6 major updates to Hades have already been deployed, and Supergiant expects the game to leave early access sometime in the second half of 2020. So, that's about it. So there you go. Supergiant Games, great developer. We've had Kasavin on the show before talking about Bastion. If you like Bastion or the other games, I'm sure Hades is going to be another game that you'll enjoy. Well, I'm pretty sure that once the game goes into gets out of early access, and I think that they'll start working on console versions.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's when I want to play the game, because I'm not entirely sure my computer can handle that game.
Wow, that's interesting. It didn't seem like it'd be like a...
Yeah, it's 2D, but you'd be surprised with different calculations the game is doing that causes the game to slow down.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Eric.
I just assume my computer can't handle shit.
Yeah.
So. I can play like old like games like Mario Crossover and shit. You know what? It's just like they're using old properties and shit like that. I can play that.
Well, I don't worry about that because I don't.
Plus, I'd rather play a game on my couch anyways, because sitting at this chair for like hours on end playing something like Sen no Kiseki is just hurts you after a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like wow.
I gotta figure out how to. I'm almost tempted to just take the PC modder I have out of here and replace it with my TV. Or my other TV that I'm currently not using.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a good idea, probably.
And then playing from my bed.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to
playing for the bed.
Yeah.
And then just use my my smaller screen as a backup in case it dies on me or something.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is like playing like I played Final Fantasy X a lot from bed. There were a lot of times I woke up dead. You know.
Woke up dead. I like that.
Yeah, like you were in the middle of a fight and you fell asleep. Yeah. You're playing
don't play at night. That's all I have to say.
It's interesting. My new setup. My computer's in my room now, so. I'm on my bed currently, which I'm sure you guys are happy to hear, that I'm more relaxed and, maybe topless. I'm sure you guys out there are super interested in that. But
you and your man boobs?
How dare you? I don't have man boobs. I'm slim in the waist and pretty in the face, man. Come on. Who did the last story? Was that you, Eric?
I gotta say, I don't believe you.
How dare you? How dare you not believe me? I always speak the truth, Breakman. And Bernie says topless Frank. Yeah.
Break was the one that did the Katie story, so I guess it's my turn.
Yep, go for it.
Paranoia Happiness is Mandatory as a date for October 3rd, and with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One release to follow. Okay. So let's see. The third would be a Tuesday. So it'd probably be the week later or something.
This isn't based on the Paranoia manga, is it, Eric?
No, that's Paranoia Agent.
Okay, I was just making sure. I did.
Tuesday's not release day.
Yeah, not good. But okay. Anything else on that, Eric?
It's adapted from a tabletop role-playing game, apparently.
All right. Shit. Then I guess that leads us to Breakman.
Coming to us live from RPG site. Crafting Game Union has announced that gloomy strategy RPG Mistover will launch on October 10th for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. It will be priced at $29.99, €27.99, or £24.99. Mistover is described as a dungeon crawler RPG with a strategy-focused turn-based combat system. You lead a crew through the Pillar of Despair in order to solve the mysteries of the Vortex to find a cure to mist destroying the world.
Yeah.
Pillar of Despair.
Yeah.
That's just like
it kind of looks like
name ever. Isn't it?
I know.
The art style kind of reminds me of like, what if we did Darkest Dungeon, but we made all the characters look like Moe characters?
Yeah, you're right, man. And there's a trailer that I played, and there's nothing to see in the trailer. It's super dark, like dark, distractingly dark, I guess. But I agree with you, Eric. It looks like Darkest Dungeon, kind of graphically, and but even darker than that, if you can believe that. But
do you want the
in terms of actual colorization and brightness levels, it's dark.
Yeah, take us through the key features, Break.
It contains 40 hours of expeditions in 5 distinct regions. We're hoping one of them has light, because really this is a very dark-looking game.
Yeah.
And I don't know about your guys' TVs, but my TV is naturally more dark for some reason.
Yeah.
So I have to light in a lot of games. It looks like I'd have to put like full light just to see this.
Yeah, no, I got a 4K really nice TV, and I couldn't see hardly anything from the trailer break. You're not alone, man.
I don't know, that's weird. Like seems like the nicer the TV, the darker the main setting is.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah.
Anyway, turn-based RPG with a twist. It can change based on your actions. Well, that's interesting. Maps are always changing. Practice different strategies in order to survive. So wait, you're walking down like a corridor, and all of a sudden there's a wall in front of your face and shit. Like it's moving around on you. Like, hey, what? Yeah. God damn it, the exit's right there. Ah, fuck. There's a. Well, now how do I get there? God damn it.
Exactly.
Build an invincible core by combining the strategizing with 8 different core classes.
It probably just means that there's procedural generation. That's all.
Yeah. Learn new skills and upgrade equipment to enhance core crew members. I know, but that one is funny. The mist influences everything that happens in the game. The mist influences everything that happens in the game because they use caps.
Yeah. Okay, I guess. So there you go if you're interested in that type of thing. But like I said, I need to see a little more.
It sounds fun, but yeah, like we've said, the biggest problem with it is it's really dark.
Like literally dark. Like it's really weird. But I don't know. I need to see a little bit more. Maybe that's just some weird video thing going on. But we'll see. All right. Next story comes to us from RPG side. Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of Elusive Age Definitive Edition gets a lengthy demo ahead of the release.
It's also got a lengthy name that they probably should have cut down.
Yeah, Echoes of Elusive. Yeah, exactly. But it's just more Dragon Quest goodness. I played a very tiny bit of it on the PS4. It's an awesome game. I'm contemplating getting it on the Switch, but I don't know. I think I'll just stick with my PS4.
You play it in that sweet 2D mode.
Yeah, that's true too.
And there's extra content.
That is true too. So that's probably worth getting.
And there's still no word whether or not any of that content will make it back to the PS4 version. You can count that the 2D mode won't, but the rest of the content is debatable.
Yeah. You sold me, Eric. I'm definitely going to get this on the Switch eventually.
That was easy.
Yeah.
and it doesn't even look that badly downgraded. You can tell it's downgraded, but you can just barely tell.
But in handheld mode, almost nothing looks downgraded, man, which is why I'm super interested in The Witcher on the Switch. I mean, obviously
it definitely looks downgraded, but it looks like they did a good job covering up the fact that it's downgraded.
Yeah, I saw a Digital Foundry thing on it, but in handheld mode, there's not. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell much of a difference, which is an astounding achievement on the Switch. So, good stuff there. All right, next story.
And apparently, it plays at a solid 30, which is great because I'm not even sure the base PS4 versions and the Xbox One versions do that.
I think I saw a Digital Foundry thing on that too. I think they do. I think the PS4 Pro and the updated
Xbox One X.
Yeah, the One X does do a solid job with frame rate. So I don't think there's any worries there. All right,
it's still not 60 though. So I think it's locked at 30 for consoles, just because.
Yeah, because
they're consoles.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what do we got next, Eric?
But we've got from RPG site, we've got a game called Estelia. It's an MMORPG. And Barunson E&A is the name of the publisher. That's interesting.
I don't know what the hell you just said.
I know.
Barunson.
But
it will launch September 27th. Pre-orders can be made at the official website with different pricing options. Start at $39.99, $59.99, and $99.99. And I guess they're different like item packs that you can get with the game, or you can just get the standard version.
I wish developers, instead of doing like all these different price points, would just admit that $60 for a game is no longer the no longer the standard. Like, it just, I don't know. I know it's their way of getting more money, but I just wish they would move the price points up, like maybe $10 or something, and then call it a day, instead of like giving us 50 different options. I don't know. When it comes to pricing, I don't think there should be that that many options. Maybe one or two, but I don't know. Just kind of
as long as there's cheaper options, that's what I care about.
Yeah, I agree, but man, the price.
Hey, at least the standard version's not $60.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But all right, anything else on this, Eric?
Not really.
All right, Break, you're up.
Coming to us live from RPG Site. Following a surprising break from silence earlier this year, GameForge has announced at Gamescom 2019 that MMORPG RTS Kingdom Under Fire 2 will launch for PC in November 2019. 3 different packages are available on GameForge's official site, priced at $29.99, $49.99, and $99.99. How do you feel about that, Frank?
Oh boy, here we go again. Same shit, man. Just raise your price, like, period, and just give us one or two options. But anyways.
Okay, so including cinematic intros, videos for the Spell Sword, Gunslinger, and Berserker units, and about 15 minutes of gameplay, and there's some video that Frank's probably playing.
Yep.
GameForge opens pre-orders, announces November release. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Trying to find the difference in prices here. I don't see anything. There's just like a shit ton of information about the game.
Yeah, because I find it hard to believe that any edition of the game is worth $100.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you on that, especially an MMO.
So what's with the jump from 50 to that?
Each edition of the game contains exclusive content, bonus costumes, mounts, and more. Those who pre-order Kingdom Under Fire 2 receive a hero troop and an exclusive title. So wait, all 3 of the different price points have all of those bonus things.
Yeah, what
do you fucking get for the other prices?
I agree.
I'm confused.
Are they throwing in digital soundtracks in our books or something?
I don't.
You're right. It's probably like that. Like you get a soundtrack disc, and it's a sampler disc because they're cheap, and an art book. They'll let me see. They'll give you pins. Wait, pins was last year. What is it this year?
A scarf. You get scarves this year.
Scarves. I don't think it was scarves this year. Well, maybe it's pins. You get a
also
pin
remember
and a
that they said. Also remember they said exclusive content, so that each pack might be getting different things.
That's probably true. That's probably what the bigger
which is also bullshit, because Ubisoft did that with Assassin's Creed, and that was nonsense.
Yeah, I totally
agree. Why are you doing things that weren't received well by other companies?
That's why I'm saying
for $100 you're going to get the faster mount, you're going to get ability to skip to level 50 right away, shit like that.
Yeah, you get the ability to see the ending of the game without even playing the game. There you go. That's your.
You get super powered, go fight against the end boss right away.
Yep, and you 1 or 2 hits and it's over. There you go.
And you get an achievement to taunt in the faces of everyone else.
Yeah. Dungeon says, "Be a whale, Frank. Go for the $99 pack." Fuck that, Dungeon. Welcome to chat, by the way, Dungeon. I didn't even see you sneak in there. You're like sticks.
Fucking game developers and publishers, they're both garbage.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I said, just raise the. I mean, you already know that they're gonna raise the price on what you call it. When the PS5 and the new Xbox comes out, they're gonna raise the price of games to probably $69, $79 a game. So just fucking admit that you need different price points. Stop fucking around with these.
I'm at a point in my life where I really don't want the new consoles. I want to stay with the old ones. I don't want to spend the money on a new console. Can we just stay?
I do, because I'd rather like to have a console that actually can do 60 FPS.
Yeah, I'm
right. I know. I want the upgrades and hardware and stuff like that, but I'm tired of having the fork down a big chunk of change and then new games for all of it.
But I mean, it's not so bad when you think of it in longer terms, Breakman. Like, if you think of a console like the PlayStation, as long as you don't...
Hey, you can always get it years later when it's maybe $100 reduced price or something.
Yeah, well, either that or
I agree with that. I don't know. I'm just I'm irritated of always having to upgrade.
Yeah, but as long as they have backwards.
It's the consoles start out $600 usually for a new console, $600, $500. Come on.
Yeah, I agree, but as long as they have backwards compatibility, I'm totally down for it.
I'm like, I don't want to sound grumpy. Like, it's just, I don't want to spend the money.
Yeah,
I mean, if I get
consoles.
the new Xbox, I can at least take out my 360 and my Xbox One.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Money. That's what bothers me.
I mean, Breakman, think of it this way: with all your RP Grinder millions, you should be able to afford a console every 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that check's actually going to arrive one day?
Yes, I'm telling you, the check's in the mail. Dungeon says Break doesn't want to push more things off the shelf to make more room for a new console. Freak 5
Freak 5 is acting like MXC, and I'm worried that he got hacked by MXC.
Yeah, Freak 5's in chat. Welcome to chat, Freak 5. He says, "I am the terror that flaps in the night." That is such.
How is quoting Darkwing Duck acting like MXC?
Well,
because that's something he would do.
He would not quote Dark. It'd be like
Power Rangers
or Hulk Hogan, but yeah. He could.
Right. He'd come in saying, "I'm the chosen one." Like, oh god.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Let's see. You did that story, Break. Kingdom.
I have no idea at this point.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do the next stories. Next story comes to us from RPG site Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire Ultimate Edition, announced for PS4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. So sometime soon, I'm guessing. There's no release date, but it'll have Beast of Winter DLC.
Yeah, it was they were already announced, but we had no real ETA when it's coming out.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I was gonna buy. I have the original one. Whatever it's called, Pillars of Eternity 1. I'm glad I didn't.
I heard the interface for Pillars of Eternity on Switch is kind of awful though, so hopefully this time they got it right.
Yeah, it'll have all the DLC, so good stuff there. I'm glad I waited. So this is the version I'll get. I'm not gonna get it on the Switch. Probably I'll get it on PS4 or Xbox. But
I heard there. On those consoles, the first game also had a bad interface. So, again, hopefully they fix it all.
It's not the greatest interface. It's not terrible, but Freak5 says he pooped today. He bought Rad this week and is liking it. Rad Racer, Breakman. Pillars 2...
I don't know what he meant, so I just...
No, Rad's a roguelike made by Double Fine. That, it's all 90s and shit.
Cool.
Oh, well, he should buy Rad Racer.
Yeah, he really should buy Rad Racer. Dungeon says Pillars 2 is good stuff. I know it is, but I'm glad I resisted the temptation, Dungeon, because I want this version of it with all the DLC and stuff. So, all right, Eric, what do we got next?
We've got The Witcher. No, wait, Dragon Star.
No. Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
you skipped
FF8 Remastered has got a date for September 3rd, and it'll be sold at the reasonably priced $20.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It should be cheaper than that, but considering what Square's done in the past, I'll take this.
Yeah.
It's at least it's not like $21 or $22 for some weird reason.
Yeah. Freak5 says I like the different mutations you go through in Rad, so that's cool. You can turn into cars apparently.
It's not a remake. It's just a remastered edition. It's gonna look better and sound better. Like, what the fuck is that $20?
No. Breakman, I know some details on this game.
No, actually, 8 is technically a remake in the same way that Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 HD remixes were, because they basically had to recreate the code from scratch.
Well, and also I heard that there's different modes. Like if you don't like random encounters, you can turn the random encounters off. There's a mode where you could speed up. Like if you're in battle, you could.
I know, but that's still not a remake. That's still
This is more like a restoration.
It's called a remaster. I mean, yeah, it's more like a restoration with some bonus content to it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's $20 value, but whatever.
It'll be on sale.
It's Squinix tax. We know how it is.
I mean, this is Final Fantasy VIII, Breakman. It'll be on.
Strangely, they're considering a physical edition later at some point, which
is
weird. Because why didn't you do that for 7 and 9, you fucks?
I know.
Well, they've ruined a meme with this game too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unless they're planning on making the physical edition, all 3 of those games for like $60 or something.
Freak you know the meme I'm talking about, right?
Freak 5 is exiled. And Dungeon says, I heard some...
Draw cards, you mean that meme?
Yeah.
No, you're the most attractive guy here, and it's a close-up of like his face, which is pixelated shit. Basically,
yeah.
But they've remastered it, so it actually looks like
now the game looks like an early PS2 game.
Oh, yay! Exactly. Dungeon says, I heard some parts in the remastered version of Final Fantasy VIII were kind of choppy at Gamescom. Hopefully they can get that scored away before launch.
That was a demo, too. So
I think this is going to give people a second look at 8. 8 is like the naked stepchild of the series. I think it's a little underrated.
My experience with 8 was I played it up until they how with Final Fantasy games you play it until the title screen, like I guess it's like the prequel, the prequest or some shit, you know, before it even says like Final Fantasy 8. I played it up to that point and said, I'm done.
Well,
I don't know if I'd want to play it. I would try it again, but not $20. Like that's just
just do what I do, Break. Wait for a sale.
Down sale early enough, quick enough, and often enough.
It'll be on sale
for like $17.99.
Yeah,
shit like
that. You'll be able to find it for cheap. Like
Freak 5 says
to $8.
Yeah, Freak 5 says, did you see the meme about how Hulk Hogan got his DNA results and was disappointed to learn that everyone isn't his brother? No, but that's funny, man. I like that. It's really good. All right, let's go with, I think it's Eric's turn.
I think it's my turn, actually.
Oh, your turn. That's right.
Coming to us live from RPG Site. After a couple delays for the PC version, Idea Factory International has announced that Dragonstar Varner, I don't really care, will release via Steam on October 9th. Sorry, I had to belch and mute myself. I just wanted everybody to know what I was doing. Deluxe Pack contains character and background art collection, rough art collection, PC wallpaper, mobile wallpaper, and a 12-track soundtrack. So
okay. Well, good.
Well, there's some key features, too. 3 Tiers to Fear. In this unique take on the classic turn-based battle systems, players take flight and charge at dragons in 3 vertically oriented tiers. Strategize how you position your party members as certain dragons have strengths and weaknesses depending on what tier you attack from. Pummel dragons toward traps placed above, below, or near enemies. Some giant dragons can also swipe through all 3 tiers, so tread carefully. Awaken your inner dragon. When attacking an enemy during battle, players will fill up their dragon gauge. Once maxed, they can transform and harness the power of dragons, drastically increasing their armor and unlocking abilities. Welcome to Devour Hour. Once an enemy dragon is weakened, players can utilize the Devour skill to obtain the skill tree unique to that dragon. With multiple dragons roaming the land, players can explore different dragon tree skills and combinations that can lead you to victory. Well, I thought that'd be like you eat them.
I get the feeling that this game has dragons in it, Breakman. I don't know.
Like you're a dragon. Like I wanted to eat stuff. It's called Devour Hour. Like you feel like like you should be able to go to a village and like eat all the villagers and shit.
Exactly.
I remember in Digital Devil Saga, you could devour enemies to learn their skills.
Yeah. Dungeon says, question, does Varnir involve dragons? Exactly, Dungeon. Freak 5 says, I will wait for Final Fantasy VIII Remaster to be a PS Plus game. Well, good luck with that, Freak 5. That ain't gonna happen, man. Just wait till...
because I don't think that's even happened for 7.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on this break?
There's one more. Madness of Riches. 3 witches depend on you to bring them dragon's blood as food. Starve them and they go mad. Overfeed them and they become a dragon. We keep them alive or sacrifice them to obtain rare items. Well, duh, that's what I'm going to do. Choice is ultimately yours, but each decision you make can change your ending. Well, I guess if I'm going to play for the good ending eventually, but first I'm going to sacrifice them for rare items.
Yeah, see, Breakman is the type of gamer that, like, when you're playing Bioshock, he sacrificed all the sisters and got the bad ending. That's Breakman in a nutshell, I think. Right? Am I right, Breakman? Did you play Bioshock?
Not the first time.
Oh, you always do.
You're disappointed to learn that the consequences of your actions in the game are inconsequential because the ending is pretty much the same no matter what.
Yeah, it is. I did like the twist at the end. I still don't want to ruin it, but I really like that twist.
It's really good. I love that game, man. All right, let's move on to another game I really like. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition releases for Nintendo Switch on October 15th. So that's pretty much it on that. It actually looks really good, man. I mean, I know that there is a downgrade from the other consoles, but man, they did a really.
Does anybody want to buy me it for my birthday? That's only 2 days after my birthday.
When is your birth? Oh, your birthday's the 13th, huh? Yeah.
He said that's 2 days after my birthday. You're like, when's your birthday?
Yeah, I know. As he was saying that, it was yeah. How dare you?
Yeah, whatever, you drunk ass.
How dare you? I wished I was drunk.
You're high. I'm sorry.
It looks really good, man.
Just got high.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it did take a visual downgrade, but not by much, man. Like they did a really impressive job on the Switch with this game. So, is it going to be the normal $60 price point, Eric?
I think so.
Oof. If it was cheaper than that, I would consider buying it for you, man. But I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll try to save a little bit of money. Freak5 says Chubby Check.
You can always just give me like a GameStop card or something. I could pay the rest.
I guess I could do that. I'll consider it, Derek. We'll see how I am financially at that point. But all right, Eric. Next story.
Next story is Cat Quest 2 has been dated. Let's see. It says P-Cube has announced that Cat Quest 2, The Lupus Empire, will release for PC on September 24th with the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch versions later in autumn. So probably closer to November because October and September are swamped as it is.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It's a real pretty game, but I didn't play Cat Quest 1. Did you, Eric?
It's all right. It's cute, and hopefully there's a little bit more substance to this version.
Yeah. It's all right. It's cute. In other words, not playing it.
It's a fun enough game, but it's not the kind of game that's worth the asking price, in my opinion.
Yeah. Wait for a sale. I mean, that's usually what we say. Anyways.
It's like a $5 game, basically.
Yeah. All right, break. What do we got next?
Coming to us live from RPG site, Chucklefish and Pixpill. Chucklefish. I really like the name of that developer. I'm guessing that's the developer, but Chucklefish. I like the name.
It's a publisher, actually.
Oh, I don't like them anymore. Chucklefish and Pixpill announced today that the indie adventure RPG Eastward will release on Nintendo Switch in addition to PC. Israel announced blah blah blah. As described during last year's original announcement, Eastward is a dual-character adventure RPG with a look inspired by 90s Japanese animation. It's set in a decaying world where society is on the brink of collapse as the human population has shrunk to an all-time low. That's not fucking happening. A hardworking digger named John guides a mysterious girl named Sam through ruined cities which have become dens for monsters. Uh-oh. Wow.
It basically looks like Mother 3.
Yeah. Freak5 said he liked Cat's Quest 1, so a ringing endorsement there. So there you go.
The game will be sometime 2020. There's no specific date.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next story from RPGsite.net. Persona 5 Royal to release in the West in spring 2020. I played a little bit of Persona 5. It's great from what I played. What else is there to be said? So there's going to be the Royal Edition with all the DLC, etc. And it's a fantastic game that everybody should play. I really wish that Break, you had a PS4 just so you could play games like this. Like this is what the PlayStation 4 is really meant for RPG players like ourselves. It's really, really great game. So there you go. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
Yeah, I know. I hope that when the PlayStation 5 comes out, Break, that you really like have like an influx of money and can afford it because you can.
It's not just money. It's time too.
Yeah,
there's just so many things. Like, I can't justify spending $500 on something that sits surrounding my house and doesn't get used most of the time.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, I got enough things like that. Like, I got an oven, for God's sakes.
An oven. Oh man, oven versus PS5. PS5 wins, man. Get a PS5, man. I'm really hoping that we all get PS5s and we can, all collectively play games like Persona 5 and beyond.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, Eric, next story, please.
And next story is about a game called King's Bounty 2, and it's a turn-based tactical RPG, and PS4, PC, and Xbox One. Says, for those unfamiliar, the original King's Bounty game released for PC and Sega Genesis back in the early 90s. Yeah, that's how old the King's Bounty is.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised there's a sequel at all. But there was apparently a spiritual successor called King's Bounty: The Legend in 2008, but with several expansions that came out afterwards. But expands on its tactical turn-based batters to offer players a truly immersive RPG experience that adds weight to every decision, whether leading an army into battle against unliving horrors or building relations with local townsfolk. So there's a bit of Civ in there.
I've heard that stuff before. Like, does it really deliver on that?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. It's all like hyperbole, Breakman. Like,
it looks like it uses grid-based combat.
Yeah.
I want to see, like, I don't know how to explain it, but more of a realistic development between your character and other characters, like NPCs and stuff. Like, it's... there's always going to be, not always going to be, but most of these games, there's just like certain trick. Like if you do a certain strategy, that person's going to love you, or that person's going to do what you say, or stuff like that,
Yeah, exactly. Dungeon says, time is serious with the Persona games, no joke. Part of the requirement...
Yeah, it'll take you about 100 hours to get through.
Yeah, part of the requirement requires a lot of free time. Wow, King's Bounty, that's an old-ass game. It sure is, Dungeon. But... speaking on the Persona games, like those are the type of games that it's really worth having those systems for. Like those are, to me, like that fully justifies me having a PS4. Like there are certain games that you're just like, man, this is it. And Persona is definitely one of those type of games, man. I can name a few, like Dragon's Quest, of course, Persona, even Ni no Kuni to a certain extent, all the Uncharted games for sure. But I just think a game that gives you upwards of 100 hours or more of gameplay is absolutely worth having the system for. And I know if you don't have a lot of free time,
I don't know. I kind of wanted to do a free for all, whether or not RPGs are just too long.
No, I disagree with that.
It depends on who you are and how much time you have. Like, for somebody like me, it might be. I'm not home that much anymore.
Like I know a couple of people online that like don't care for Dragon Quest XI, like among other things. Mainly for the fact that there's a huge time investment for it.
Well, they can be wrong, Eric. That's fine. they can be totally wrong. Dungeon Buster says, absolutely, I agree with Frank.
Like, because when you got a family of like 6 kids, and
they can sit there and they can watch you play that damn game. 6 kids
are rather young, and they take up more of your time, and so the time you do have to play games is limited. So wanting playing 100+ hour RPG is daunting.
I can see Frank with 6 tuplets. They're in diapers and shit.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm playing Persona 5, bitch.
What the fuck? Kids are crying. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Playing Dragon Quest.
Yeah, Dungeon says absolutely agree with Frank.
Bitch.
Yeah. As long as they are, they're fun for the full run versus games that take as long but are only kind of fun sometimes. It's why
that's another problem with long RPGs.
Hold on, Eric.
Once they get long, you have to worry about the pacing of the game.
Yeah, it's why I can understand.
Don't get me wrong, because I like long RPGs. Like, I like a long story and such, but it's just that the older I get, I find the less time I have, and I don't have kids, and I don't have that much time. Freak always asks me, like, well, I shouldn't say always, but he's asked me, like, why don't you have time? You don't have kids. I'm like, no, but I have parents, which are just like kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's why I can
once get to a certain age, we turn into kids. Apparently.
Yeah. Dungeon says it's why I can understand people that spend hundreds of hours on an MMO and then rate it badly because of how much that time was actually quality playtime to them. It's a good point. Like, but a game like Persona 5, there's really never a dull moment.
But I also wanted to talk about
finally not misquote Freak and get away with it.
What are you talking about?
But another thing I wanted to talk about for that free-for-all that I mentioned was, like, time in games in general, like, time value per position for a game. Like, I saw someone complain about the cost of no, not the cost of a game, the length of a game like Blazing Chrome, considering its cost, when, like, Contra was arguably even a shorter game than that. Yeah. And it, back in the day, costed, like, probably $50.
Yeah. Freak 5 admitted to blowing pot smoke in his children's faces, which is weird. I don't understand why you would do that.
It used to be worse than that. Like, Atari games used to be like $50, and they were just fucking repetitive shit, you know?
Yeah.
There wasn't anything special to them.
But that's why I'm saying RPGs are like the greatest value in video games, period, man.
Oh, yeah. I definitely agree. It's a great value you're getting. I'm just saying, like Eric's saying, like, some people just don't have time anymore.
Yeah, well, those aren't RPG players, so just play Mario or play something else, play a shooter that you can pick up. And
I do, Frank, I do.
I know you do, you son of a bitch, you turncoat. But
I've been playing Castlevania. I mean, that's not shooting, it's whipping. I've been whipping people. That's
a little difference there. Yeah,
it's sexual.
All right, I'll go ahead and take the last story. It comes to us from RPG side. Ocean World Fantasy Aerial Combat RPG, The Falconeer, announced. This is interesting. So it's not clear what type of RPG mechanics will be in it. The publisher states the game will feature dogfighting mechanics. Ooh, I'm interested immediately. An open environment and a varied bestiary. So there you go. PC 2020, which sucks for me, but sounds interesting. So there you go, and it's got a whole press release. Not much on gameplay, but got an interesting art style. Stuff like that. So I'm always up for that. But there you go. Whipping zombies in a sexual way, Breakman. What porn have you been watching lately, man? Did you watch that Walking Dead porn parody? Is that what? Yeah.
I didn't know it existed, but now I must see it.
You must. You totally must, man. All right, that's it.
It can't be any worse than, like, what was it, Avengers parody porn I saw where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Those are really hilarious. They're not great to get off to, though. They're funny.
No homie discounts.
Do you know that there's Lego Movie 2 porn?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes. There's porn for really everything as far as parodies go.
Yeah.
And
it looks
the
awful,
Simpsons porn parodies.
Ooh, Simpsons porn parody. How weird.
I don't think you should have said ooh.
No, that sounds very
more like ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Like more like ooh, like bad. Freak 5 says Frank is awesome. He wants to play a game with dogs fighting.
You had a chance to not misquote him before, and you didn't take it. Now you're just misquoting him again.
How am I misquoting? He said, "Are you friends with Mike?" How dare you, Freak 5?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick is a reformed man. I'll have you know, you son of a bitch. How dare you?
I hope so, because he's a family man, so he better be fucking reformed.
He is totally reformed, man.
I'm willing to give everybody a second chance. Yeah. Even somebody who did horrible things like Michael Vick did.
Yeah.
If you admit you did horrible things and you want to become a better person. That's what we're supposed to be about in America. Second chances, I thought.
Exactly. All right, let's move on. No homie discounts this week. Let's move on to.
I thought, but it doesn't seem to be the way anymore.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on. Breakman 2. All right, dear Breakman, what do we got?
There is finally, and it's been a few weeks since there's a Dear Breakman question. This comes to us from Bernie. If you could be one superhero in MCU, who would it be and why? Same question for the DC universe. So, personally, I would like to be like my own superhero, but if I had to be somebody that existed within the universe, I need to think. Because, I love Spider-Man, but I'm not big on heights, so I don't want to really be Spider-Man.
Well, he's not in the MCU anymore, so that eliminates him, which sucks. But
that's up in the air. I don't think that's for sure right now.
Oh, it's certain. There's no deal.
With money involved, like by the time the next MCU movie, and it'll
I hope. I'm hoping Breakman, because man, that's a huge blow to the MCU. But.
Well, first I'm gonna say fuck both Disney and Marvel for treating Stanley the way they did, and Disney for being greedy, wanting 50% cut.
Yeah,
it's like, bitch, you're only letting them be a part of the MCU. You don't own the rights to making Spider-Man movies, so fuck you.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're still making tons of money on merchandise, which you do own.
I do think
I have one, I saw on Twitter somebody was complaining about how Disney owns everything and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I agree with that to an extent, but I feel like all the Marvel properties should be under one umbrella.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
But the X-Men and this. As good as the MCU has been, and it has been fantastic, they've done it without the X-Men, without the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
They just added Spider-Man, but
I will say that Sony does suck though, because they only gave Disney 5% initially.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have given them maybe they should have been a little bit more negotiable with a little bit more accommodating. Disney should at least get 15%.
Yeah, I think
one of the big things, big surprises about Sony working with Disney in the first place is Sony doesn't really work with anybody. They don't work well with others.
They don't.
Yeah.
So it's
which is a showcase by their inability to want to get crossplay off the ground for every game that has potential for crossplay.
Yeah, real quickly.
Not only that, there are things
or their censorship.
Yeah.
The whole censorship thing is also stupid.
Real quickly.
Or things in the past they've made media priority type medias like the UMDs and the mini discs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've been very you do what we say and you jump on board with us. If not,
real quickly before we get on with this Dear Breakman, I really think that if Disney really wants to get Spider-Man back, all they got to do is stop the comic. That's what they did with the Fantastic Four. Just stop the comic. It'll work out for them in the end. And Spider-Man will lose a little bit because obviously Sony nowadays doesn't know what to do with Spider-Man in a movie, and it'll work out.
Sony any days doesn't know what to do with any of the properties they've had.
They lucked out with Spider-Verse and the Tom Holland movies so far. But that doesn't mean they'll screw up.
Their movies have been 50-50. There have been great ones like X2, but then there have been shitty ones like X3, you know?
Yeah, I know.
That's been Sony with the X-Men properties. That's been Sony with all of the properties.
So anyways, let's get on to the question. Who are you picking?
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Venom. There. Those stuff. And,
yeah.
And, yeah.
So who you picking, Eric, in the MCU?
For what? I forgot the question.
Superhero.
Now.
Which superhero?
Okay, let me go ahead and.
Wait. You mean which one we'd like to be?
Yes.
Here, let me reread the question. If this is from Bernie. If you could be one superhero in MCU, who would it be and why? And then same question for the DC universe.
Well, my instinct is go with Iron Man, because if I were Iron Man, I wouldn't be a dick like Tony Stark is.
Well, that's the point of Iron Man, kind of, man. It's kind of a feature.
Because Iron Man is basically a libertarian.
Yeah, I guess. All right, so who are you picking?
And by libertarian, I mean not the greatest example of one.
Yeah. All right, Break, who are you picking?
I need to think some more.
All right, this is easy for me, man. I'm being Black Panther, man. All the money in the world, the smarts, the vibranium. It's an easy choice. He's badass and in battle. Like he's almost like fucking Teflon. Like nothing affects Black Panther. Smooth as silk, man. Black Panther all the way. What about you, Break?
I guess Wolverine.
Woo, good one. That's a good choice. Regenerative.
Well, he's not in the MCU though.
Now he is, and that's
He is now.
Well,
Yeah.
no, that's not true. Because unless
okay. Hasn't been in the MCU until now. Okay. 4. I'll be 4.
Yeah, that's a good choice, man. I was gonna say Hulk because Hulk.
just like he's in a position where he could be a part of the MCU, but we have to yet to see if that happens.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening for sure. Matter of fact, Dungeon says some are speculating that Feige won't be back on Spidey for a long time now that they have the Fox properties, i.e. X-Men. I mean, they could do years with the X-Men, so it's not a huge loss.
It's not like the next Spider-Man movie explicitly needs to be tied in the MCU because they're going to be dealing with the fact that Peter has to clear his name.
Yeah. All right. So we got Wolverine, we got Black Panther, and we got Iron Man. That's a solid team, man. I think we'd do all right for sure. All right. Anything else, Breakman?
Well, we got DC. That was the MCU.
Oh, DC.
Now we gotta do like the.
DC's a no-brainer.
She just wasn't specific. She said, I guess DC in general.
DC is so simple.
I'm gonna go with Batman then.
Okay.
Fucking Batman, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I could see that. Who you picking in DC, Eric?
I'm gonna go with
Wonder Woman.
Green Lantern.
Ooh, that's a good choice too.
Yeah.
Superman. That's such an easy choice, man. So all those powers.
I mean, technically, Green Lantern isn't a part of the DCU, but I guess he sort of was because like they didn't decide to do the DCU until after the Green Lantern movie came out.
Well, she didn't say DCU. She wasn't specific on that. She just said DC.
Oh. Yeah.
So whatever DC character, which is wide open, as opposed to the MCU, which is, just now added like the X-Men and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, Dungeon Sound said that our MCU choices sound like a solid Ultimate
Freak
Alliance
5
team.
is saying he wants the Lobo.
Yeah. Now, if DC could only get a great Alliance type game, that'll never happen, man. DC's a mess, man.
DC Universe is not that game.
Yeah. All right. So I'm picking Superman. Breakman is picking Batman. That's a solid choice too, Break. And Green Lantern for Eric. That all solid choices in my opinion. So can't go wrong there, man. All right. Anything else, Break?
No, that's it. But
Okay.
that was a great question. I love it.
It's a good question.
We could be the Super Friends.
Yeah, the Super Friends, exactly. All right, here we go.
Inquiring minds want to know.
What have you been playing, Breakman?
As I kind of said earlier, I've been playing the Castlevania Legacy. I think I'm done with Dracula's Quest. I haven't quite decided what game I'm going to move to next, either Simon Quest or... I think I'm going to do the Kid Dracula just so I can get that one over with.
Don't you mean Dracula's Curse?
Yeah.
Did I say Quest? I meant
Yes.
that's Simon's Quest. I haven't played that one yet.
Now that'd be an interesting game. Play a Metroidvania from the perspective of Dracula, but like not so much.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
So, I played through every ending of Dracula's Quest. I said that on purpose this time. Dracula's Curse, of course. Yeah, the Kid Dracula, he laughed about that. It's such a goofy little game. I played to the first level, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and play through it, because why not? Whatever. And then maybe Simon's Quest, I'll move to that one. I'm going to do the Bloodlines last, because it's one of those games that I played it when I was a kid. I couldn't... That was the only Castlevania game I couldn't beat.
Oh, that's a nice challenge for you.
Yeah, so I was kind of leaving that one for last. I figured after my skills have been resharpened, it's been a long time since I played Castlevania. Now I can kind of breeze through some of the older ones and stuff like that. So maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Yeah.
That and the save feature maybe will help.
That's true, man. That's true.
Love that save feature. I really do.
Yeah. What else? Anything else, Break?
I
I just wish that emulators like these would let you have more than one save slot.
Yeah.
God, yes.
Dungeon
Like the NES Mini and Super Nintendo Mini, which have like 4 save slots for each game.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Dungeon says Super Friends at the Justice League Q80s theme song. You mean like this, Dungeon? Hold on. Oh God, I remember that. So good. Here in this great hall of justice, so good.
The song shows so garbage though.
Yeah, the show was garbage, man. Yeah, I gave you a little bit of it there, Dungeon. Freak 5 says Rad and Friday the 13th is what he's been playing. So you're always playing Friday the 13th, Freak 5. I mean, yeah. Exactly. Damn right I do.
And I love the Spider-Man cartoon. Spider-Man and his amazing friends when I was a little kid. Those shows do not hold up.
Yeah. And Dungeon is correct in chat. He says, you rock, Frank. You damn right I do, Dungeon.
Yeah, I wonder what's worse, He-Man or the Super Friends?
Super Friends.
Freak 5 says...
Not by much. Like He-Man has a workout, so at least there's some humor to it. But the Super Friends focused a lot on the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, the characters they made up for the fucking show.
Yeah. Freak 5 says one game I liked as a kid was Little Nemo on Little Nemo the Dream Master. Wonder if it holds up. Not sure, Freak 5.
That was a hard game as a kid. I remember. I wasn't the biggest fan of that game, and I really hated that cartoon.
Yeah.
That might have tainted my opinion of the game, though. So.
Yeah.
Was there ever a crossover with the Super Friends and or Space Ghost or Birdman?
I'm not sure.
They probably did like a Scooby-Doo episode crossover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I know Batman and Robin were on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, they were. That was a decent episode, from what I remember. All right, anything else, Break, that you've been playing?
No.
All right, Eric, you're up.
I've been playing more London Detective Mysteria. I didn't get to play as much as I liked this week, so I'm still on a third route. But this weekend will change because I don't have much to play over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I played and completely platinumed Bloodborne.
I hate your face, Eric. I hate your face.
So I just made a backup save before I fought Gurman, so I could just see the other 2 endings.
Awesome.
And I already beat the true ending in the first run, so I didn't want to go through it a third time.
Yeah, it's a smart move.
I didn't bother with doing the DLC though, because I had already done the DLC and I wasn't going to get that much more experience in those boss fights than I was in the main game.
Yeah. What else you been playing, Eric?
So I beat the game at level 200, so that's
Jesus.
200 out of 500 blood units. So, other than that, I played the demo for the Dragon Quest 11S.
Yay.
And that's like a 10-hour thing, so you can play, I think... That would put you up to when you get your 4th party member, maybe?
Interesting. That's a sizable demo. It's nice.
And it lets you save the data and store it for later for when you play the retail game. The only downside is you can't play the game in 2D mode, because that's only in the full game. So if you want to see that content in 2D, you'd have to start over.
Yeah.
But you can just make another save to see that stuff in 2D. So
I guess, yeah. Dungeon says Spider-Man is...
Because I think at some point in the game you have to decide which version of the game you want to play in, 2D or 3D. But I think the voice acting is still present, but it's just you won't get the 3D anymore. But you can change it at any time when you go to the church. But like you pretty much have to stick with one or the other.
Yeah. Dungeon said Spider-Man and his amazing friends had to fight Red Skull, who was trying to resurrect the Reich. Times were so different back then. He also says, "Congrats, Eric." So, congratulations on your Bloodborne journey. Freak 5 says, I also like Paperboy. Paperboy was a hard-ass fucking game, Freak 5. Yeah, really hard.
I don't know, but and I know you lose when you do it, but my favorite thing was like breaking windows and shit. I loved all the chaos you could cause that game.
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, you lose a subscription. I don't fucking care. This is the fun part of the game. Like, god damn it. I don't understand why I'm losing for having fun.
Yeah, it's a hard game, man. It's really tough. I played a little bit of MPQ, of course, and also a game called Talos Principle, which is an excellent first-person puzzle game, and it's really fun. It's challenging in all the right ways. So I'll probably have a review for that next week, if not the week after. So that's all I've played. All right, let's move on to
RPGrinders reviews.
All right, Eric, you got a couple reviews. Let's do this as quickly as we can. What you got?
Yeah, I forgot to review Hobbs and Shaw last week, so I'm doing it now. But before that, after that, I've got a review of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And Hobbs and Shaw, stupid, goofy fun. The only thing I didn't like about the movie is the fact that Kevin Hart's in it, so fuck Kevin Hart. It's like, why is he in things? Giving this fucking gay, son-hating guy screen time.
I thought he apologized for all that.
He did kind of a mealy-mouthed apology. I don't believe Kevin Hart, man. He's...
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else you got?
Like, I'm sick of those, like, half-assed apologies.
Yep.
But Ryan Reynolds is in the movie, so that's cool. Because he's basically Deadpool in that movie.
Cool.
And he'll probably be showing up in the next Fast and Furious or Furious Cineverse, I guess. This is what they're doing. They're doing that now, because the movie had a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene.
Okay.
So why not do what Marvel's doing?
Yeah. What are you giving Hobbs and Shaw, Eric?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. Pretty good for an action movie, man.
Yeah. But let's see. That move takes us to Scary Stories, which is Guillermo del Toro's interpretation of the stories from the book series. But like they kind of did what Goosebump did, where like they brought the stories into real life, because like the plot line is like these kids go out on Halloween and find a supposedly haunted house. Quote, it is haunted, but they don't know that until later. But they get stuck in there because they pull a prank on some bully at school, and he chases them into there and follows them and basically locks them in the basement. And they eventually convince him to unlock that place, but he doesn't actually do it. It was the ghost. Woo. But
sorry, you scared me.
Yeah. Anyways, since they were all present in the building when the ghost decided to like intervene, I guess she like cursed them all, and now stories from the books that she writes are coming to life and basically making them disappear.
Okay.
But if you haven't read the books, it might be unclear as to what the nature of each of these stories is going to be. And they're all based on the first book, because I'm guessing they're going to do more movies based on Scary Stories 2 and even more Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which is the third book, the final book.
Mm-hmm.
But like the only thing I didn't like about the movie is the fact that there's one glaring plot hole where you learn the backstory of this ghost and the family she lived with, and you don't really learn why they did the horrible things they did. They're just evil for the sake of being evil, I guess.
Okay.
But if you see the movie, you'll understand what I mean. But it also takes place in 1976. I think that's what it said, because Nixon's president and he's running for election, re-election, I guess.
Good old tricky dick.
That was before Watergate happened, because he obviously resigned before that happened.
Yeah.
But
because he's a little coward-ass bitch.
Yeah, exactly. So
and that's when Reagan took over, isn't it?
80.
What? What?
No.
Reagan.
You really think Reagan was right after Nixon?
No, Reagan was...
Oh, wait. No, wait. Yeah, oh, right. That was Carter. Right, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble remembering things, because...
Are you alright?
Getting Alzheimer's?
I'm tired. I'm tired and I need food.
Okay, yeah, and Queso says, Gerald Ford, and he took over after Nixon was on.
Yeah.
And then
Carter
was
was
elected.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah. All right.
And then came Reagan. So.
Right.
And then Reagan, right.
What do you give it a scary...
And then Bush the first, and then Clinton, and then Bush the second, and then Obama, and now...
And now
forgive me, I wasn't born in the 70s, so...
I'm old, I get it. Thanks.
What are you giving Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Eric?
But, I'm giving it, let's see, I'm gonna give it a 9. A 9.
All right, that's good, man. Lots of scares in between story, right? Like that's what I heard.
That's a PG-13 horror movie?
Yeah.
And it's a 9? Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, anytime Guillermo del Toro's involved, man,
that's a good point. I'm just
it is a kids movie, so they can't do too much gore, but they didn't shy away from the fact that some characters straight up get killed. So
yeah.
I'm used to PG-13 horror movies like Valentine's Day, it's just, you made this for teenagers.
No, Questbuster, it's not that I fell asleep in history class, it's that the history class at school is garbage.
That's true too, man.
Not just teenagers, stupid teenagers.
Yeah.
When it comes to modern history classes in high school were usually not very informative.
Yeah. All right, let me go through chat here.
They kind of stop at the 50s.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything modern history, modern political history especially.
Yeah. All right, let me get through some chat here. Freak5 says I preferred the arcade version of Skate or Die over the NES version. Dungeon said that
I got a care package from Frank and it was weed and I just smoked it, so that's why I'm
Hey, I do what I can do, Eric, for my friends. Freak5 says my sister got chased by a possum because one of them threw a paper at the possum sitting on the porch of the house they were delivering to. Let's see. Somebody said, who was it? Freak5 says Dig Dug was great. And Dungeon says Dig Dug was so good.
The phone's going off.
Yeah. Nope, that's Dig Dug, man. Let's see. Yeah, Dig Dug was really good.
I thought it was a ringtone. Sorry.
No.
There's only one of them left. They speed that tone up because that little asshole tries to run away.
Yeah,
and motherfucker,
man.
No, fucking bitch. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Let me blow you up with my hose.
I know. I hate it when he escapes. Like the last one escapes. Like no.
Yeah, exactly. Dig Dug was a great fucking game, man. That's like one of the greatest games ever made.
That game is when your own trap falls on you.
Oh, that was the worst, man. That's always the worst. All right.
Dungeon Buster actually put it up in chat how gory the game basically was, even though there's no blood. Like you make your enemies explode like pumping them up with an air pump.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you drop a giant rock on them.
Exactly. All right. And anybody got a heist-capade this week? No. Okay.
Nah.
Let's move on then.
I'm surprised when Dig Dug would get flamed by those dragons. He didn't get burnt to a crisp. He just.
I know, it was such a violent game, but in the guise of such a nice little, and that theme alone would lull you into a false sense of security, man. That game's such a good game, man. Dig Dug.
We need a realistic remake of the Dig Dug.
We really do, man. It would be so good.
Fucking people throw a fit oh my god, this is not Dig Dug. What have you done?
Yeah, they should Bomberman to Act Zero it.
Exactly, man. I agree with all the above, man, for sure. All right, let's move on to.
What is it?
Stinko of the week.
All right, I know we all have some stinkos. Eric, I didn't see any stinko of the. Oh yeah, I did. Eric, you're up. What do you got for stinko?
I forgot to do this last week because I talked about something else and I forgot that it was in my list. But Patreon added an adult tag to my Omega Labyrinth Life post for my review of the game.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I put lewd in my tags. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But, like, lewd doesn't necessarily mean erotic/adult. It just means there's fan service. Maybe I should just put fan service.
Yeah, that probably got tagged too. Man.
But, like, it still speaks to a bigger issue of, like, the algorithms these sites use to determine what's adult content and what isn't, and the fact that there's no individual human monitoring these things.
Yeah.
But like also the inconsistency and arbitrariness of just determining what is and what isn't. And when you don't even bother to look at my post to see what the nature of the post actually is.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's algorithms, man. It's always those fucking algorithms and tagging and stupid shit like that. There's problems with all kinds of platforms in that regard. So, it is what it is. Let me welcome, let's see, Freddy Bot's in chat. Host Me Raffle, Lurks is in chat, S1 Faka, Windsock was in there, and I forgot somebody else that was in there as well.
Freddy Bot, huh? Not even pretending.
Not even pretending, but there you go. Okay. Anything else on that, Eric?
No.
All right, Break. You're up.
I do have sort of a high-scapade though.
We already went past that, but you want to go ahead and do it now, Eric?
Yeah, Trump being high because he actually signed the Space Command thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we're gonna have a useless branch of the government that doesn't need to exist since we already do it with the Air Force.
Yeah. I mean, it's Trump being Trump, man. All right.
Instead of putting that money into NASA,
right,
where it should go,
right,
exactly.
We're
actually trying to explore the galaxy and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's go fight invisible aliens that we've never seen before. Because they're not here, you jackass!
You're taking taxpayer dollars for a branch that doesn't need to exist because we already have a branch that does the thing you want it to do.
Yeah.
And exists entirely to divert asteroids when that happens. It hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna happen.
Dungeon says, does it mean we're gonna get a cartoon series like us, U.S. Space Force again?
Yeah. No.
I wish. Life's going pretty good for Freak 5. He doesn't have a stinko. All right, Break, you're up. What you got?
Okay, I've got a few. Number one goes to goddamn Trump and his fucking trade war ratcheting up again.
Yeah.
And this week China responded, and a little bit before the show started, he responded again. So it's and people on his who are supporting him are saying we're getting China, they're losing this trade war and stuff like that. You don't understand the threshold of pain that they were willing to accept as a communist country.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Plus, they're not experiencing any pain.
They're not technically a communist country anymore because there's a lot of people that own businesses and stuff like that. But as far as how they treat the individual citizen, they don't fucking care if the citizens are suffering.
Well, in all actuality, maybe that's do.
That's more of an authoritarian government than communist.
Well, I mean, they don't. I don't mean they want them to suffer. That's not what I mean. They mean that if it means that their people are going to have to pay more money, so be it.
But it's not going to happen because of what Dungeon Buster says in chat. He says China is buying soybeans from Brazil now, so it's they're not feeling anything, man. They had a plan, and the Chinese are much smarter than Trump could ever even dream of being.
Well, everybody is. The only reason he got elected in the first place is because he had the money to hire people who were smart.
Yeah.
Smart enough to cheat the system.
Right.
Shit like that. He's a jackass and a moron, but he had the money he's always had the money to buy people who were smart. Now he just can do whatever he wants.
I don't know if they're smart, but they're smarter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're crooked as fuck. A lot of the people he's hired, obviously. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah. What else you got, Break?
Okay, so that we're gonna be shitstorming that. The second one goes to the Epstein quote unquote investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I know, like you were saying, like you have a lot of hope and stuff. My hope is fucking fading quick. This week, they decided to raid his Nevada home. He died, what, 2 weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
They arrested him, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
And just this week, they decided to raid that home?
Yeah, I wonder what happened to everything that was in that house.
Yeah, like this is getting more and more cover-up-ish.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
This is... like I said last week, like there are gonna be some people that get caught up in it, like that Maxwell bitch. If they ever catch her, she's on the run right now. I know that people I've seen on Twitter like, why haven't they arrested her? Well, she's running. She's hiding.
Yeah.
Like there were pictures of her published, I think at a restaurant or something like that, and those are probably staged pictures because, like I said, she's hiding from authorities right now.
Yeah.
So you know, they've investigated. They went and they checked his house out. You know, like 2 months after everything's been going on for the most part. And like you said, everything's scrubbed, and it's just I don't know.
I think there's some evidence out there still, Breakman.
I know.
There's
Like
still
I
hoping.
think New York did the right thing when they raided his apartments, and
Yeah.
hopefully they got good evidence. But I just feel like a lot of the people who were his clientele or friends or whatever are just not going to get. There's not going to be no punishment for them, and we're not even going to know. And I know there are going to be names that would shock us on the list.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
The people who molest him were like, no, like I can't believe that person would do that.
Yep. There's gonna be names, man. It's gonna happen, Breakman.
I hope, but it's just because I don't care who you are. You don't fucking earn the right to molest a kid. You don't get to earn a right to rape a girl.
Yeah. No.
For whatever reason, I don't care what age she is. You can't rape anyone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you got, Break?
Well, this one kind of leads into it. I guess this one. No, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
It's my sweeto, but it's sort of a stinko at the same time.
Okay. Do you want to hold off then, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine also goes to Trump. I mean, it becomes a broken record, but he just changed immigration policy again, and now kids can be held indefinitely in these detention centers. Which, are we becoming the next Auschwitz here? Like, I have a feeling like everything is leaning towards like Trump actually doing the thing that we all don't want.
Nobody's gonna stand up to him and do anything, the fucking Democrats sure as hell aren't.
Oh yeah, they're not doing shit. Pelosi's just sitting there not doing anything as all this shit's happening.
I know,
man.
we're letting this investigation play out. And
Yep.
Okay, whatever.
Yep. No,
let it play out. The more you do that, the longer you wait, the more damage he's doing.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like, I mean, the only thing that we can do is vote, Breakman. I just hope it's the right candidate. It's got to be Bernie Sanders, man. Like Biden is.
No, like I feel like they're gonna do the same thing with Biden as they did with Hillary.
Yeah, I don't want, but the trend is like Biden is slipping. He's fading fast, man. So it's
that's because he's been talking. People have finally been listening to him. Like, whoa, wait a minute, like this guy's an idiot.
Yep, that's why he's like they're trying to keep his schedule to a minimum because every time he fucking talks, he loses points, man. And now there's a lot of polls showing Bernie in the lead. Like New Hampshire, I think was one. South Carolina was another. Like there's plenty of polling that. I mean, it's got to be Sanders, man. I mean, Sanders is the answer to all these ills, man. Like, he's not perfect by any stretch, but
nobody is.
But he's.
Let's be honest. There's no such thing as perfect.
Right, but he's as close as it gets.
That's why I try not to bash too heavily on people.
Yeah.
Because everybody has flaws. I mean, I'm a fucking moron who says stupid shit that I regret like 2 seconds later all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot that. To mention something in homie discounts I forgot to put on, but I think there's a deal for Xbox Game Pass for 2 months for $2.
That's not bad. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
But
and DSCM 5 has been added to it, so if you want to play that game, you can do it there.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, Breakman, like there's plenty of polling that's in favor of Sanders. Also, his grassroots is outstanding, man. Like he's got the most diverse like base, and I mean I think the last numbers I saw, there were 850,000 individual donors to his campaign. Now, if that doesn't say,
if it's even Biden who goes up against him, I'm voting for Biden because he has got to go. Period. In my mind, like, I know you don't feel that way. I know you hate him. I don't like him either. Like, I can't stand Biden. He's a fucking moron.
Well,
who continually does stuff like makes jokes about him being inappropriate with women. Like, dude, that's not something you joke about.
Right.
What is wrong with you?
I can't.
Like, are you're watching Trump and criticizing him and then imitating him? Or are you stupid?
I agree, Breakman, but here's the thing, dude. Like, I'm tired of this song and dance. Like, every fucking time.
I really am too.
Every fucking time, it's the lesser of two evils, and I don't want to do it anymore. Like,
I know what you're saying. Like, I agree, and that's why I didn't vote in the last election.
I did. I actually voted for fuckhead Clinton, man. Like, because I had to.
It was lesser of two evils, and I didn't, and this time I'm going to.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite, man. I'm done. Like, if the Democratic establishment doesn't want to fucking change, then we need to blow up both parties, man.
It's ridiculous that anybody can sit back and just like Pelosi again. Like, she talks a lot and says like that's horrible and stuff. No, we can't impeach. Like, no.
Yeah.
Wait, we gotta let these investigations come through. Like, what's taking so long with these fucking investigations then?
Dungeon says if you're able to vote. I can't do it anymore, Dungeon. I've done it for fucking years. I've been fucked over time and time again. I'm not doing it no more. I just can't.
Once Trump's gone, I'm gonna go back to not fucking voting because I agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Frank. I'm 100%, but it's just.
I know.
I'm 99%, but fucking Trump is the exception.
I know. But see, this time we got a real opportunity. Like, this time, like, I think the numbers are favoring Sanders so much that it's not even going to be a choice. Like the DNC is not going to be able to do the same thing they did last time. I actually hope that he gets the 51% threshold, and then we don't have to deal with any of it. Then it's just Sanders versus Trump, and there is no question in my mind that Sanders will absolutely fucking trounce Trump. It won't even be fucking close, man.
Of everybody, he's definitely one of the ones who's not afraid to stand up to Trump.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like some of them just sit there and just take it.
I just see,
that's what happened with the Republican Party. Like, a lot of them just sat there and took it.
Yeah.
And they'd come back with some like criticism or something, but then they'd go back to their policy as opposed to like, you know what, you fucking dick shit. How about we talk about you and how you like to fucking rape women?
Yeah. I'm telling you,
nobody's ever been willing to stand up to him.
Breakman. Of all the candidates, Sanders is best equipped to fucking handle Trump so easily. It's not even funny. Like, I mean, I think of all the candidates. You look at Biden. Biden is weak. He is a fucking weak candidate. Like, he has no policy to stand on. Even his wife, like, was caught, like, saying, well, you know, my husband might not have the best health care policy, but he's the most electable. That is the weakest fucking shit you could ever say about somebody. He is not the most electable. I mean, there have been plenty of polling to show that a lot of the candidates beat Trump just because Trump is Trump. So, you know, it's stupid. It's a stupid argument, and Biden is just, he loses. He's a big fucking loser. The only reason that he was chosen by Obama was to appease to the centrist establishment. And it just, I can't in good conscience vote for somebody like Biden. I could grit my teeth and vote for somebody like Warren, even though she's waffled on healthcare for all, Medicare for all. But it's got to be fucking Sanders this time, man. Like, things would change so dramatically, and instead of having jackasses with immigration policies like Trump, you would have somebody that wants to help people and give people healthcare, and it just. You know, it's the way it should be. But anyways, we got to move on.
I just found out that there's gonna be an Obi-Wan series and Ewan McGregor's playing him.
I'm okay with that.
I've read that. Yes, I'm glad.
And by the way, Freak5 is exiled. He says Frank has voted in every U.S. election since George Washington's first term. He's just tired of voting. How dare you, son of a bitch.
That is actually a lie. I'll stand up for Frank on this one. Because, in fact, Frank was part of the Congress assembled.
Walking off the show. Walking off the show.
He voted for the president before George Washington.
Walking off the show?
He voted for John Hanson, correct?
And Breakman is promptly exiled.
Actually, Frank is so old that he actually was Mr. Deity's assistant.
You're exiled too, you son of a bitch. What's wrong with you? Dungeon says, I'm not taking the horse and buggy back out for this shit, Dungeon says. Dungeon, don't make me exile you two. That'll be everybody exiled, man.
I don't understand why you exiled me. I was standing up for you.
Standing up for me? How dare you? I'm walking off this
You were part
show.
of Congress, right? Like,
walking off this show. Walking off. I'm walking off. Freak5 says he's kind of like John Coffey near the end of Green Mile. I'm tired, but how dare you, Freak5? You son of a bitch.
I want to see that movie, Green Mile.
It's so good. You gotta watch it, Eric. It's a great movie.
I bought that movie and heard how sad it was and never watched it.
How dare you?
So
I don't want to be sad, so I'm not watching this thing.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I guess I was like, oh, everybody was like, that's really sad, and then they're like, here's what it's about, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, if you're depressed, you don't want to watch Green Mile, man. It'll put you over the edge.
Is that streaming anywhere?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. All right, let's move on.
Dude, what does my tattoo say?
Sweet! Sweeto of the week.
All right, Breakman, you're Sweeto of the week.
Okay, so this kind of tied into a swing. It's kind of a stinko Sweeto, but over the last month there have been at least 7 confirmed stops of mass shooters.
Yeah, that's
before they went out and started shooting, just like they were stopped when in their planning phases, which is great. But it's a stinko because Jesus Christ, like there's 7 people this month. There could have been 7 more.
Yep.
Yeah, like these. How many people are planning on killing innocent people?
Yeah,
like what is going on in this world?
The fact that we're celebrating the authority.
It almost sounds like somebody's waging a war.
Yeah, the fact that we're celebrating, 7 mass shootings being stopped.
Exactly. Yeah, like I said, this is a Sweeto stinko.
Yeah.
Like it's not a strictly Sweeto. Like this shouldn't be something we celebrate, but we have to.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Break. Like, wow. But it is good that they were stopped. But the fact that they were stopped, it says everything you need to know. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. All right.
Oh yeah.
Eric?
Here's my Sweeto.
Okay.
I actually tried the Impossible Burger since I went nationwide in Burger King's.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I tried. I had 2 different burgers. I had the Impossible version of the Whopper, and then I had the Impossible version of the double quarter pounder. Sorry.
Double quarter pounder. They have it at McDonald's too?
No, that's just what they call it. Double quarter pounder king.
Oh, Double King. Oh, I didn't know that they did that. That's awesome, man. That's really cool. But yeah, I agree with you, Eric. It's man, I had a chance to eat one too, and it's so surprising, man. And it didn't upset my stomach like regular hamburger does. So I'm super excited.
Mine did, just because like my stomach was already messed up though. But I needed to eat something, so I just went there.
I eat any form of hamburger, and I think it's just the amount of fat content in it, and it just tears my stomach up. I don't care if it's
so I'm gonna need to eat one when my stomach isn't so messed up.
Yeah,
so.
It treated me good, man. Like I did not have any stomach problems with the Impossible Whopper.
I gotta say that's a really good review. Like I was sick to my stomach, but I still want more.
Yes.
Like that's a fucking really good review.
Yeah. All right.
It's okay, the sandwich didn't make me sicker. It did make me feel better because I had food in my belly, but I was still dealing with intentional distress.
Yeah.
But
Freak5 says his Sweeto is he's getting 18 hours of overtime this week. That's good money, Freak5 for sure. So that's good. He works Sunday, then he's off all next week. So man, congratulations.
I swear my job does this to me though, because I have very little time to actually take bathroom breaks because I'm constantly getting carts that I need to empty.
That sucks, man. That's one thing I wish we could change about working in the U.S. is like actually giving people the time to like take a good bowel movement break. You know, like if you have to, like it's just stupid. I mean, we work to the bone. You know, it's just stupid. And he got a referral bonus. Freak5 says that's good, man. All 3 great Sweetos, man. That's really good. All right. My Sweeto is going to be a little controversial, and I know Break and I might have words with each other about this, but one of the...
I mean, we said it before. We talked about it before the show, and like I don't like celebrating death. I
understand, but
I get it at the same time.
Yeah,
so that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm a completely...
With death brings new life, and hopefully there'll be new life in the wake of the passing of Coke.
Let me...
I don't know about any of that, but you know what I mean. Like
I understand what you're saying.
Like celebrating when there's grieving.
Look, I don't care. Look,
I know. It's just
here's the thing.
Somebody died. It's sad to me.
This is not sad in the very least to me, and I know we may differ on this, Breakman, but David Koch passed away. I don't care about him. I don't care about his fucking billionaire family. He has caused so much distress, and he has such a vile legacy in this country of funding millions and millions. Him and his brother are probably one of the sole reasons why there's a huge fucking pay gap in this country between the top 1% and the 99%. And I could care fucking less, and I can't wait till his brother follows him into the grave, and then maybe, just maybe, anybody who inherits that money won't be as bad as those 2 assholes are and were. So I honestly, like, when I heard this news, I was like, that's great. Can't wait for his brother to follow him. And I don't say it lightly. I understand what you're saying, Breakman. Like, it's not really cool to celebrate death, but in this case, the amount of suffering that this particular person has caused, I am happy. I can't tell you how much it makes me feel in a good way, a good positive way, that maybe those billions of dollars won't be put to bad use. He is exactly what was wrong with this country, man. He's one of those big donors that we talk about all the time, Breakman, that buys politicians left and right and gets their way. And I mean, to this day, I saw an article that's saying that...
Let me just say, like, I definitely agree, like, with celebrating that, like, that person is no longer affecting anything. I'm just saying I don't like celebrating somebody's death.
No, I understand.
Somebody died. Like, that's not a celebration mode to me. But go ahead.
There's certain cases...
That's all I want to say. Like,
I understand what you're saying, Breakman, but there's...
But I just want to, like, just keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
I honestly, there are certain people like the Koch brothers, and I can think of one that's commander-in-chief right now. I wouldn't feel bad at all. Like, at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad. I can't say I wouldn't celebrate either, but at the same time, like, I'd feel terrible about celebrating.
I know what you're saying, Breakman,
but yeah, like, at the same time, it's like, oh my god, as much damages he's done to the world and to people in general.
It's like Bolsonaro in Brazil. He's like the prime minister or the president or whatever the fuck you want to call him of Brazil. If that guy were to pass away, I think it would do the world a great favor. And I say the same about leaders here. I say it about the Koch brothers. I say it about certain people that are just inherently fucking evil. And I don't care. Freak 5's gonna get a tattoo of a penis tattooed on a penis, and he's gonna get it on his penis. Wow, that's crazy, Freak 5. I don't understand that, but there you go.
Don't think he said any of that. But
that's what I read in chat, Breakman. I mean, it's in chat, man.
I've been telling you, like, you need to check your vision. Like, how long has it been since you've seen an eye doctor, Frank?
With my glasses,
I need to make an appointment.
That's not what I said, Frank. I said, how long has it been?
With my glasses, I have 20/20 vision, sir.
Notice everybody how he changes the subject. He doesn't answer the question.
How dare you? How dare you? We need to move on.
He
here.
hasn't seen an eye doctor in 150
How dare
years,
you?
right?
How dare you, Eric? How dare you? But anyways, let's
Last
move
time
on.
he saw the eye doctor, the monocle was an actual thing.
How dare you? How dare you, Breakman? All right, let's move on, man.
I can just see it now, Jet Brain.
All right, this week's free for all. This is a pretty easy one, guys. I think I know how.
Hold on. Before we get to the free for all,
Yeah.
Freak told me he wants me to say what he actually said. He said he's getting a tattoo of a butt with a butt-shaped tattoo on it, and I'm getting it on my butt.
See, now you changed the chat to say butt, but in reality it was penis. But anyways,
I don't remember.
I don't know what else to say, Freak. He's blind or,
How dare you? How dare you?
or illiterate. I don't know
How
what
dare
the
you?
fuck to say.
Dungeon says I need to try a Popeye's chicken sandwich. Those things look fantastic, man. They're like.
I can't believe it took him this long to do that.
I know.
Seems like a
let's just-
no-brainer.
Yeah, let's just serve fried chicken forever and not actually do sandwiches with it.
I know, man. Freak5 says last time you're exiled, you son of a bitch. Freak5.
Let me finish that. Last time Frank saw an eye doctor was before Ben Franklin invented the bifocal.
How dare you? How dare you read that? That's not how I read it, man. How dare you?
I've never liked bifocals. I tried it once and I'm like, yeah, I can't get used to this.
Dungeon, I think after the show, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go get a Popeye sandwich. It sounds really good. All right, this week's free for all, guys. I think this is pretty quick, and I think I know how everybody's gonna answer, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Summer's coming to an end.
Yes.
Are we
Yes.
ready for summer to end?
It's too hot. Get rid of the hot.
And
Before you asked the question, I said yes, but no, I disagree.
I love summer, right?
I do too.
But it has been unusually hot and humid in Denver this year, and I am so ready for fall. It's not even funny. Like I cannot.
For me, it's my job. Like the hotter it is outside, the even worse it is inside my job.
Yeah, it's been unbearable here, man. Like the humidity. I don't know how people in the South live because and East for that matter. Like humidity makes things so much worse. Like I can't stand it, man. And it's been unusually hot here in Denver, and I'm so ready for summer to end. I just it's too hot. Dungeon says no. I want summer to stay.
I'm with Dungeon Buster. I hate winter. I hate it. Like fall is okay when it first starts, but then it gets cold.
Yeah.
I hate the cold.
I can
don't
understand.
want snow. Like snow can go fuck itself.
No, but here's the thing. Like I know.
And this year, look, like we had like 6 months of rain almost.
Yeah.
I think it started in February and it rained through June to the most part.
Oh yeah, let me tell you another stinker.
We didn't get a spring here, and we barely got that much of a summer. We only got a couple months for the most part. Like I don't want it to end. No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm.
No, Frank, shut up. No.
No, look.
No, shut up. I can't shut up.
Here in Denver, it's a little different, man. Like, people think that we're always in 6 feet of snow. It's not true. Like, we have a snowstorm, but the next day, the snow's almost gone. Like, the sun here, like, we're higher elevation, so the sun is a little bit closer to us, and it's so warm, even in the 40s and 50s. It's like 60s and 70s. Like, it really, like, makes a difference. It's like, it's awesome here, like, weather-wise, in the winter. Like, I understand out east, like, the snow comes and it stays. It doesn't go away, and it's much colder out east. But here, it's like, I don't know, man. I just like it a lot better. And I just want to say, Bernie is stinking me out. That's what I want to say.
What?
Yeah, you're stinking me out.
For the first like few months, like that's how it usually is with
I
snow.
did.
Like once it snows, it's we're kind of stuck with it for
Yeah.
like a few days, a week, or something like that. But and when it starts getting to like March or something, like the snow melts the next day for the
Yeah,
most
and
part.
Dungeon says we need more glaciers to melt and turn Earth into a future
I need to tell you
dystopia
my
for
other
cycling.
stinko that I almost completely forgot about.
What?
Okay.
I
Snow
wanted to
there?
purchase.
I'm just kidding.
No, but I wanted to purge it from my memory is why I almost forgot it. But I had to go through all of Sunday without power because we had a microburst, and it destroyed a lot of trees around the area and knocked out the power out of our from our power plant.
Yeah, that sucks, man. When you said that was like kind of freaky, man.
Yeah, there. When I went outside to go somewhere else because there was nothing to do, I had to actually go back because the road was blocked off by logs from the branches that had destroyed and fell down.
Yeah, exactly. Freak 5 says me and Mrs.
And I'm pretty sure a branch struck my car at some point and caused a dent.
Oh, that sucks, man. Do you have like
that?
The
That
dent
actually
isn't
reminds me
big.
of,
The dent isn't big, but it's there.
Yeah. What are you gonna say,
reminds me
Greg?
of what happened to Mrs. Brakeman's parents about a month ago. They had a huge bolt of lightning strike next to their truck, fried the computer system in it. They said the truck's garbage.
Oh no! Did
Yeah.
did the insurance pick that up or?
Fuck no.
Oh God! Act of God.
Anybody
bullshit.
doesn't know what a microburst is? Oh, this one was a wet microburst. It basically is a huge downstream of wind followed by lightning, and since trees are perfect lightning rods, lots of trees got destroyed.
Yeah, Freak 5 has microburst in his pants all the time.
And I think like it only got further damaged after they got struck. Is that the wind shear probably knocked off the rest of the branch?
Yeah, Freak 5
Why are you
says.
talking about what's going on in Freak's pants?
I call it like I see him, Breakman. You know, I just speak.
And
truth.
it wasn't just Geneva.
So you're
it was
just
like
you're sitting there watching his pants, and all of a sudden you see something like poof, and
No,
you're like,
these are just known
the
facts.
area. Like I think Madison was also out of power, and so was Ashtabula.
Dare you, Breakman?
So is like most of Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
"Oh,
Freak 5 says me and Mrs. Freak started watching new season of Preacher. I need to watch that, man. I really want to watch Preacher. I saw the
That's one of
first.
the good things about living in the cities, like when the electric's out, like they fucking fast track it.
Yeah, that's true. I need to watch the first season. I watched like a couple episodes. I was pretty intrigued. Looks good.
I don't like listening to you talk. I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How dare you?
I had
Breakman?
to
Exile.
throw out all my
I'm just
food
kidding. I'm
'cause-
just kidding, everyone.
Son of a
So,
bitch.
so I had to buy
Just
more
kidding,
food
shit.
because all the food went bad in my fridge.
Ugh,
Oh, that
that's
sucks,
the
man.
worst.
I didn't have a whole lot in my fridge, but I did have stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Freak 5 was stinking out his sister
And what's
at work.
worse is like I only just Saturday had bought new cheese and didn't even get to use it, and then it went bad.
Freak 5 says there's nothing micro about the burst of shit in his pants. That's what he said. I don't know why he would say that.
That isn't what he said, but okay.
So should we call this episode "Shit Burst" or "Micro Shit"? I don't know.
It's not my responsibility this week, so whatever y'all name it, you name it. But
It is my
anyways.
responsibility this week, so I'll figure it out.
All right, I think that's just about wraps it up, man. Talking about shitting pants and I don't know what the hell's going on. I think we need to do our plugs. Breakman, plug away.
I don't think we should end on poo. I think we should end on
Cowbell.
cowbell.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, man. It's a really good idea. All right, Breakman, what you got
Follow
for plugs?
me at break_man and at RPGrinders on Twitter. Micro burst gear solids.
Dungeon. That's +5 charisma right there, man. No,
Call it
freak.
Frank Lies, this freak.
How dare you? How dare you? All right, is that
Don't believe Frank. Don't believe Frank Ondor's lies.
how dare you? How dare you all? I'm walking off this damn show.
Never trust a Frank.
How dare you? How dare I'm walking off. All right, Eric.
God, that's what we've been waiting. I mean, no, don't do it, Frank.
You're
No.
exiled, you son of a bitch. All right, Eric, your plugs, please.
I will plug Hobbs and Shaw as being a good, stupid entertainment flick, and Scary Stories for being a sufficiently scary PG-13 movie.
I need to see that.
And I'll plug not having to deal with at least one of the Koch brothers.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck them. A dance on their grave, break, man.
No,
Pee on it.
never mind. I don't say anything. I have nothing to say. No.
All right. Anything else, Eric?
With whatever fake accent I can come up with. I'm out. I'm no longer involved.
Look for more reviews soon. I didn't have a chance to write anything this week, but I'll do stuff tomorrow since I'll actually have time to do things.
Freak 5 says,
Freak says
you know what I'll miss?
You know what
the
I
shows
miss?
with Frank.
Shows without Frank.
Also,
How dare you?
Also, I'll plug
I got you, Freak.
an old All Games friend, Shadow Next Gen. It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Shadow Next Gen. Why don't you show up to RPGrinders chat, you son of a bitch? Anyways, I love Shadow Next Gen. Anyways, what else, Eric? Anything else?
Have a good weekend.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Branches. You can follow me on all the systems, RPGrinders on Switch, on Xbox, on PlayStation. What else? Dungeon says, speaking of movies, Joker is confirmed with an R rating. Yeah, I can't wait for that movie either. Dungeon's going to be awesome.
They are already planning a sequel, apparently.
Yeah.
They really like it. And, last week of summer, I'm just saying, enjoy yourselves, go streaking or whatever. Just it's 1 week left.
And if you're a hot chick, take pictures and send them to my Twitter handle, at Frank Branches. That'd be awesome. And I'm sure Bernie would appreciate that, too. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, oh, yeah. Rolls her eyes at me.
Okay.
All right. I think that's about it, guys. I don't think I have much else. I'll plug Shudder. Shudder's awesome. If you like horror, it's kind of an essential. They got a lot of great stuff on there. I'm watching a movie. Actually, I'll plug this movie called White God. It's about let's just put it this way. It's about a dog, and it's an interesting foreign movie. It's not quite a horror movie, but
So dog's God.
White God, and it's really good.
So it's not Cujo too.
No, but it's good.
But I'm asking is the dog a god then?
He's slowly becoming that way. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. It's really good. It's a good movie so far. I just got to finish the ending, but it's really good. But all right, that's about all I got for you guys. Anything else, gentlemen?
When's Brightburn come out on for rental?
Soon. I think Tuesday it comes out, and it's good. I saw it. It's good.
And Ma. I want to see Ma too.
Ma's pretty good too. Ma's an underrated movie, but I want to thank everybody in chat. Freak 5 was in there. Commander Root. Community Showcase was in there. Electrical Longboard was in there. Bernie was in there. Host Me Raffle Lurks. Our good friend Dungeon. I think I said our good friend Freak 5. S1 Faka and Windsock. Thank you all for joining the chat this week. Really appreciate y'all. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. You know all that stuff. Later, Freak 5. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Stay safe this weekend. We want to see you back here next week. Until then, enjoy Cowbell with our outro. Later, everybody. We all enjoy the cowbell coming from Breakman.
Also, there's a Mandalore series coming. So.
She a bigger cowbell, but I think Mrs. Bergman would get forced to make a bigger cowbell.
All right, man. Thanks everybody in chat. You guys rock as usual. You all know that. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something to Dungeon and Freak 5 still wants that tattoo apparently. So just letting everybody know. Yeah, thanks all the archivers listening on YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff.
So there's a Mandalore TV series. So are they actually talking about
Jon Favreau?
So is it about Boba or Django, or is it some other Mandalorian?
Django Unchained, the series.
It actually is somebody else, from what I understand. I can't remember. I think it happens after Return. I think I'm not sure. I
have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I'm really drunk right now. I'm sorry. I've been drinking all day. So
yeah. Well, apparently
we're talking about Star Wars series that Disney's just pooping out all over the place. Apparently.
Exactly. All right, everybody.
I've got hope for this because, like I said, Jon Favreau's involved. He's good. So
yeah. All right, everybody in chat, everybody listening on archives. Thank you all so much. You guys rock. Later, everybody.